Welcome into 810varsity.com's coverage of Basehor Linwood football on a very nice and chilly Kansas night. Basehor Linwood set to take on the Eudora Cardinals here in the second round of the Kansas Class 4A State Championship bracket. My name is Aaron Berlin, joined alongside by Ian McLean tonight, and this one should be a lot of fun.
It's going to be a lot of fun. You know, Aaron, these are two teams, especially Eudora. I mean, there's a team that nobody thought, especially at the beginning of the season, they'd end up 9-1, yet here they are facing off against an undefeated Basehor Linwood Bobcat team, and this has all the makings of a great football game.
Basehor Linwood as well as Eudora come in with a combined one loss on the year. That's pretty staggering. Both these teams expected to make a deep run in the Kansas Class 4A state titles, but one of their seasons will end tonight here at Keister Field. We have almost full attendance here as we're seeing part of the Eudora fans sprinkle in on the far side part of the field. A rocking house here on the near side where all the students and all the alumni of the Basehor Linwood Bobcats reside. For Basehor, they are 10-0. They are led by head coach Steve Hopkins out of the Call Valley League. They won a perfect 5-0 at home as well as 5-0 on the road. What more can you say except for Colin Murphy and the Murphy brothers?
Yeah, the Colin Murphy and the Murphy twins, the brothers, they seriously bring an element to the game that really changes everything. The defense has to game plan for. There's a Eudora team that's had 4 shutouts throughout the year, including one last week against DeSoto. So don't overlook them, but at the same time, they have to be cautious and really take this threat that the Bobcats present very seriously. On the other side of the football, I have to say that this Eudora offense, very methodical, and they don't move the football a whole lot through the air, but they get it done on the ground, and it all starts with Chris Pyle. I really look for Chris Pyle to be a focus of attention on the defensive end as far as the Bobcats are concerned. And you can't forget about their quarterback, Derek Webb, as he averages almost 5 yards a carry and has nearly 200 carries on the season.
For Eudora, they come into this game 9-1. They're led by head coach Greg Webb. How they got here? They got a 6-0 win over DeSoto on Tuesday night. That is how they got here. Like you said, they're mostly a run team with only 26 pass attempts on the year. And I guess one of the fears is coming into this game, can they keep up with this Basehor offense?
It's going to be tough. It's going to be really tough because they are, unfortunately, a little bit one-dimensional. But at the same time, it's worked all season for them. It's hard to say that it hasn't been successful because it simply has been. But at this point, we're going to see where the true colors of this defense on the Bobcat side of the football are, as they're going to have a big test in front of them in maintaining the game plan. The defensive line is going to have to win the battle and the line of scrimmage, and they're going to have to occupy those gaps in the middle of the field if they want to stop Derek Webb and Chris Pyle.
Yeah, we talked to head coach Steve Hopkins prior to today's game. He said they're going to bring the house. They're even going to bring Ian and I. I don't know if we have any eligibility remaining, but for some reason I don't think that's going to work for him.
Yeah, I think even if we were able to go down to the field, we'd only get in the way and make things worse. So it's probably fortunate for the Bobcats that that's not a reality. But at this point, yeah, he's going to bring 8 guys into the box very routinely, and you wonder if maybe there will be some downfield opportunities for Derek Webb, although he is without his star wide receiver, Andrew Ballack. Andrew Ballack with a broken foot might play tonight, but certainly won't be 100%, and that could really affect the passing game for the Cardinals that was already very, very almost non-existent.
He is questionable on the day, and hey, the thrill of a touchdown, the excitement of a successful pass, all combined to remind us that state football championship games are only moments away. Sponsored by the Kansas State High School Activities Association, state championship playoffs will begin November 1 and conclude with the final games on November 26. That is when the state championship game will be played. Attend the game, support your team, join the crowd during the final weeks of Kansas High School football beginning November 1. For more information, call the Kansas State High School Activities Association, 785-273-5329. Once again, we welcome you into 810varsity.com. We're just over a minute away here from kickoff as the captains between the two teams meet at midfield right now in between the Bobcat. And it looks like the Bobcats will protect the north end of the field as they do defer. That means Eudora will get the football first. And for head coach Greg Webb, that's got to be big. It's got to be a chance to start some momentum, get the crowd out of it here in the early going. Expect to see a lot of Chris Pyle.
Or you could just think of it the other way and say maybe this is a chance for the Bobcat defense to make a statement early in this game. One thing's for certain, we're not going to see Eudora posting upwards of 28 points. Even that would be a lot. So really what I expect to see here is game management style coaching from both Greg Webb and Coach Hopkins. And I fully expect that in this opening possession, you mentioned you're going to see Chris Pyle and you're going to see Derek Webb. And really, those are the main names we'll be calling tonight, as this team is very simple. And it works in their benefit, though, as they get the job done. 9-1 in the season, about to go up against the 10-0 Basehor Linwood Bobcats.
So it looks like the Bobcats will receive the football first. I stated Eudora would get it earlier. Looks like they chose to defer. And the Bobcats will get the Alex Ross as well, or Skylar Ross as well as Alex Jackson back deep to return for the Bobcats. They're right about the 5-yard line. Ross is on the near side, Jackson on the far side part of your screen. And the Bobcats will work right to left. The kick is up, and it's a low one. It's going to be taken by the up man, bobbled now, taken at the 30. Works his way. It's Dalton Mealy's at the 33 and brought down. Good field possession for the Bobcats, as it looks like Eudora just didn't want to kick it away.
Yeah, an interesting move there. Obviously, Coach Webb willing to give them the 32-yard line. That's where they're spotted. And this is the big test here. As I mentioned, 4 shutouts on the season for the Cardinals. They'll have a tough time getting a shutout tonight, but they need to try their best to limit this potent offense of the Bobcats.
This Bobcat team averaging around 42 points per game. That's just a staggering stat. We'll see Colin Murphy go under center first. He's got Drew Potter as well as Jesse Hiss in the backfield. Center hand in motion, hand off Potter right up the middle. Maybe gets 2 yards on the big carry by the junior fullback.
Yeah, that's Skylar Manley in there for the Cardinals. A little bit undersized, but he gets in there at the defensive tackle position and clogs up that A gap.
So they'll go for a pickup of 2. 2nd and 8, ball on the Basehor Linwood 35-yard line, working right to left. Eudora going to show 4 down linemen, 4 cornerbacks. Handoff going to go Hiss near side. Hiss rumbles and bumbles, finds a hole, and down just before the 40-yard line, short of the first down marker.
And that was a good block on the outside. Gabe Cleveland of the Cardinals trying to cut off that alley, but got picked up, and it was a good pickup there on 2nd down for the Bobcats.
So it'll be 3rd and a long 4. 11-12 left to go. First quarter of play. 0-0 your score. 1 halfback, 1 tight end set this time. Fake handoff. Murphy wants to keep it. Steps up, wants to throw. Hit in the backfield and brought down.
That was really nice pressure brought by Nick Becker out the defensive end position. Made Murphy step up in the pocket, and then his teammate came in and finished the job. Looks like the Bobcats are going to have to punt on their first possession, Aaron.
And that's a sad thing for the Bobcats. Murphy wanted to step up and throw one over the middle, but was hit just as he was getting ready to release the ball. It'll bring up 4th and 9. Ball at the Bobcat 34-yard line. So Ben Johnson will come on to be the punter. He's standing right at about the 22-yard line on the near side hash mark.
And it looks like Andrew Ballack is back.
Ballack back, this one a high spiraling kick. It'll bounce at the 44 and go out at the 43-yard line on the near sideline. So that's where Derek Webb and the Eudora Cardinals will take over. They forced a 3 and out for the Bobcats' first possession. Pretty impressive for the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, absolutely. After they picked up that good yardage on 2nd down, I thought 3rd and short, this is right where the Bobcats want them, and they had a good play action fake. But quarterback Murphy just took a little bit too long looking for his open receiver, and the pass rush got to him.
He's going to have to be a little bit quicker here tonight. So that's where Eudora takes over. 10:24 left to go, first quarter. 1st and 10, ball at their own 44-yard line, working left to right. Eudora in their road uniforms with blue and red trim and a red Cardinal helmet. 3 setback this time. Handoff or pitch going to go right up the middle. It'll be Webb. Takes it himself, working behind the left tackle. Maybe got a yard.
Yeah, interesting formation there as we saw 3 backs in the backfield with Chris Pyle all the way back there. Direct snap and not much of a pickup on 1st down, but that's one of those interesting looks we can expect to see all night from the Cardinals.
So it'll go for no gain. 2nd and 10. They need to get to the 46-yard line for the first down. Clock still ticking. Ball at their own 44-yard line. We're going to see a 3-back set this time as Webb, the deep man. 1 receiver, far side part of your screen. Basehor bringing everyone. Handoff near side, gets a hole across the 50 into Basehor territory and down at the 39-yard line. That was Chris Pyle, the 156-pound senior.
Yeah, Chris Pyle just showing you his elusiveness and his speed. It really is something uncommon for a guy that small. Just determination in finding the hole. Great gain on 2nd down.
And you were saying before the broadcast that if Pyle can get to the outside, they're going to have trouble containing him. And it looks that way so far here today.
Yeah, absolutely. That's where his strength is at. And they're missing Boomer Mays, who was a fullback for them last year. He was sort of the thunder to Pyle's lightning, but Chris Pyle not slowing down at all.
1st and 10, ball on the Bobcat 38-yard line. Eudora working left to right, handoff right up the middle, still on his feet into the secondary, breaks 1 tackle, couldn't break a second one as Gabe Cleveland was on the carry.
Gabe Cleveland showing you that Boomer Mays was a great player for Eudora last year. but Cleveland filling those shoes nicely from the fullback position, right off the right off the center to the right side. Great carry, carried blocker with him, and first down.
So they'll move the chains once again. Second first down of the day for the Cardinals. 9:08 left to go. Ball now at the Bobcat 27-yard line. Cardinals threatening here. Everybody up on the line this time for the Bobcat. Haven't been able to stop the run so far this time. Cleveland and Pyle on the backfield. Misdirection handoff. He'll go right up the middle to Cleveland. Still on his feet. No one can bring him down as he breaks 2 or 3 tackles before he almost gets inside the 15.
Yeah, just more of the same medicine there for the Bobcats. And the Cardinals really not surprising anyone with this play calling, but surprising me with how effective it's been so far.
You followed this team all last year. You thought they were going to have a little bit of trouble this year, but so far, looks like that run game has been very efficient here in their opening drive.
Oh, I've been proven wrong. That is very true.
8:38 left to go, first quarter. Third first down this time for the Cardinals. Ball right on the 15-yard line, working left to right. 3 set back this time. Get a handoff. It'll be a pitch straight to Pyle. Rumbles and bumbles, trying to get to the near side. Maybe got a gain of 2.
And again, just the sort of direct snap there to Chris Pyle, running off right side. Not a huge pickup, but again, 2nd and 6, a lot easier than 2nd and 10.
They've been getting good first down yardage each and every time. In fact, on that last first down, they won a couple of yards and got another one. Haven't seen much of third down so far to the day. The Bobcats' first possession of the day, they were 3 and out after a Colin Murphy sack in the backfield. So it'll be 2nd and 6, ball on the Bobcat 11-yard line. 7:51 left to go. Webb goes under center this time, keeps it himself, rolls out near side on the bootleg, touchdown. Eudora's in the end zone for the first time here today on the Derek Webb bootleg run.
And that was just a beautiful fake. You see Chris Pyle running to the left, running towards the Drew Potter side of the line, and the fake by Webb was so subtle but so good. And when he chose to accelerate, he hit a huge hole in front of him. Really good job by the right side of that Cardinals line, getting out in space and making some key blocks.
So they'll come on to kick the extra point right here. The holder will be Derek Webb. 7:43 left to go. High snap this time. Kick up right through the middle of the uprights. 7-0 your score here on 810varsity.com. Eudora 9-1 has taken an early lead after the 12-yard run by Derek Webb on the bootleg attempt. The weather may be cooling down, but you can still keep a hot tan. Stop into Bass Tanning anytime and keep that glow all year long. Bass Tanning right across from Sonic on 40 Highway. 724-2288. Where the beds are cool and the tans are hot, that's Bass Tanning.
You know, we saw a lot of what we expected on that drive, Aaron, and still it surprised me at how effective it really was. One thing I did notice, though, is that Eudora seemed to shy away from that left side of the line, where we all know Drew Potter is stationed, and he's always a big force, but they've been keeping it away from him, really making a point to run to the right.
Drew Potter, the 6'4", 217 junior, usually serves as a fullback for the Bobcats. They have their hands full here tonight. They were never down in their first round playoff win over Hiawatha, a 49-6 win. They really haven't had a close game this year besides the Perry LeConte game 2 weeks ago. That could come back to bite them. Kicker is going to be Zach Bagwells. He's going to take out the 40-yard line. This one going to be squared right down the middle, taken by the up man on the near side. Gets to the 35, big hit, lowers the shoulder, and down at the 34.
Yeah, big tackle there. Stuart Grant holding on for dear life. He got some support and really did a good job just keeping his arms around the ball carrier and slowing him down and throwing him to the turf. Once again, though, Basehor Linwood starting in familiar position right around the 35-yard line.
So an offense that was 3 and out last week, or last time out, needs to do something this time. They're going to get the ball 1st and 10 at their own 35, working right to left. 2 set back this time as Potter's the lead fullback. Lead blocker for Hiss. Hiss cuts back near side, trying to get across the 35 and works his way to the 37.
An interesting call there. You'll notice that Ryan Murphy was lined up as a tight end. Went low, got a good cut block on Jared Ireland, and they run it right. Not a great pickup on first down, but it's good to chip away and give yourself shorter down and distance later in the drive.
How about this formation? 3 receivers set near side, shotgun, Hiss in the backfield. Fake handoff, Hiss, screen pass over to the middle. Ben Johnson has a blocker at the 35, still on his feet across the 40 and to the 42. There's a junior in Ben Johnson.
A little bubble screen off to the near side, as you mentioned. One thing I saw there, though, is Ryan Murphy kind of missed a block, and consequently, I think Ben Johnson might have had a chance to pick up the first. But as it stands there, it looks like 3rd and short.
They're going to have to fill their blocking positions here tonight if they're going to win. Like you said, this Eudora defense very good this year. How about this? 2 receivers set near side. Potter's going to be the lead blocker, be a quarterback keeper. Murphy has the first down across midfield and into Cardinal territory down at the 48.
Yeah, and just a huge block by Josh Barnes on that play, running out in front. Gotta love it when you see a big man getting on his horse, getting downfield, and springing a key block.
It'll go for a Bobcat first down. Eudora fans have started to fill in on the far side part of your screen. Very little bleacher showing. 2 receivers set this time. High snap, going to be a pitch to Hiss. Hiss across the 45 into the 43 near the first down marker. Just shy of the 42-yard line. The first down marker is at the 38.
Early in the season when I had the chance to see Basehor Linwood, I saw a lot of really dynamic sort of play calling. So far, it looks like Coach Hopkins is really focused on keeping things bottled up and really just running the football.
2nd and 4, ball on the Cardinal 42-yard line. 6:06 left to go first quarter. Hiss, the lone man in the backfield with Potter. Pitch going to go to Hiss, has a blocker, and Potter hit in the backfield and maybe got back to the line of scrimmage was Jesse Hiss, the senior halfback.
Yeah, that was a big tackle there by Matthew Gadberry. Gadberry come to the linebacker position, one of the leading tacklers on this team. He did a good job of hitting the ball carrier and, more importantly, wrapping up.
So it'll be a big 3rd down and 4. They've already gone 0 for 1 on 3rd down conversions this time. Colin Murphy takes the snap across the 40 to the 38, close to the first down, and pushed out of bounds.
Yeah, it's going to be close. I'm not sure if he got it. We'll see where they give him the spot.
He needed to get to the 38-yard line of the Cardinals to get the first down. See where they spot it. The chain gang is all the way on the far side part of the field, and they are going to give him the first. So on their 2nd, 3rd down today, they convert, and that's big. That's their 2nd first down of this drive.
And you'll notice what they're doing now. They're running off the left side. They're really getting their center, Barnes, up and moving, and really just taking the whole offensive line, moving them left, and letting Colin Murphy do what he does and just run behind them.
Basehor really taking their time with this drive, working right to left. They send a man in motion, and Ben Johnson, 1st and 10, handoff up the gut is Drew Potter, and he rumbles and bumbles across the 35 to the 33.
Yeah, so things have turned around really quickly. We saw Eudora really running the football very effectively. Now we're seeing Basehor Linwood do the same thing. Up the middle, Drew Potter.
Basehor is a team that can hit you with the long play, though. You got to think they're starting to bait the Cardinals here in the early going. 2nd and 6, ball at the Cardinal 34-yard line. High snap this time for Murphy. Takes it himself, angles near side, still on his feet across the 30, into the secondary and down to the 22.
Yeah, that was a big play by Murphy. Alex Witten just barely missed there. Witten a little bit smaller in size, and he had his arms at the ankles of Murphy. Would have been a big tackle in the backfield, but Murphy able to get away, and now at 1st and 10 near the red zone, I think we might start to see some passing plays or at least some play action.
Ken Bam, the left tackler, was the man that was the lead blocker on that one. So it'll be 1st and 10, ball on the 23. Handoff, Hiss, near side, hit in the backfield, still moving forward. They're going to mark him with forward progress, as I think he did get back to the line of scrimmage after he was hit in the backfield.
Yeah, Jared Ireland with the early contact coming from the right side of that line for the Cardinals. Able to slow down Hiss enough to allow his teammates to get there. Looked like we had Gadberry in there once again. 2nd down and long.
So ball right on the 23-yard line. 2nd and 11, shotgun formation this time. Murphy takes it himself, trying to find a hole, cuts back near side, still on his feet, and loses one tackle, pushes another one down, and across the 21 and maybe to the 20 is Colin Murphy.
And that's just tough. When you're Zach Bagwell and you've got to make a tackle on a big Colin Murphy, you really just got to hope and hold on and try and get it out of bounds like he did there. And really it turned out well for Bagwell.
Basehor starting to stall here on this drive, though. 4:11 left to go in the first quarter, but do not be concerned. We've talked to head coach Steve Hopkins. He says they have a script for what they like to run in the first quarter. They like to figure out what works and what doesn't, and that's exactly what it seems like Basehor is doing. 3rd and 9, shotgun formation, fake handoff. Murphy takes it himself, hit in the backfield, and brought down inside the 25.
A little bit of a misdirection play there. They had Drew Potter go right, expecting maybe a linebacker to vacate the area and follow the fullback. And they run Murphy left. That time it just didn't work, though. Eudora, good job of staying home.
It was a misdirection handoff, and Murphy was hit before he had a chance to get his legs moving. 4th and 11, they're going to go for it, working right to left. 3:44 left to go. Ball on the Cardinal 24-yard line. Shotgun formation. Murphy steps up, fires one over the middle, has a receiver, and Jesse hit, and he's down inside the 10.
Yeah, that's just a big catch. A big hit But a bigger catch is Jesse Hiss. He was able to hang on to that football. Very impressive.
A good step and throw by Colin Murphy to have the elusiveness. The pocket looked to be collapsing around him, but he stepped up and made the good throw. Here we go. Strong I formation set on the 1st and goal. Ball on the 9. Fake handoff. Murphy keeps it himself. Play action. Throws it in the end zone. And he overthrows Ben Johnson.
And that was a good fake. Alex Witten really bit on that one as he pursued the fake carrier. And just a little bit too high on the pass. Fortunately, though, they'll have another few tries. 2nd down and a long goal to go.
Ben Johnson was wide open in the end zone. Johnson at 6'6". It's hard to overthrow him. Then again, all these kids on this Basehor team seem to be over 6 foot tall.
They are some big-looking kids. We commented on that early in the game watching during warm-ups.
2nd and 9, ball on the 9. Murphy takes it this time, has a couple blockers across the 10 to the 5 and pushed out of bounds inside the 4.
And Alex Witten is in the area once again to make a tackle, but just had his legs taken out from under him and really just got bowled over there. However, his teammates arrived, made the tackle. Now, Aaron, we've got an interesting 3rd and goal. We'll see what Coach Steve Hopkins has called here as they're taking a little bit longer looking towards the sideline. We've seen a lot of quick snaps, but they're really going to take their time on this one.
It'll be 3rd and 6, ball at the Cardinals' 6-yard line on the goal of 10. 3:19 left to go, 1st quarter. 3 receivers set near side, 1 tight end set this time. Send a man in motion as Hiss from left to right. Fake handoff. Murphy rushed in the backfield, and he throws it away as it bounces at the 2-yard line.
Yeah, that fake did not fool Nick Becker as he stayed home, recognized that Murphy wanted to roll to his right, able to get off his block, put the pressure on the quarterback. And with 4th and goal, if I'm Coach Hopkins, I'm taking the points, but they already went for it once on 4th down.
They're calling the timeout. This is a senior-led team. We talked to head coach Steve Hopkins. He said one thing he loves about this team, I talked to him about this earlier in the year actually, is that they are all juniors and seniors. Rarely are you going to see a sophomore that sees playing time, and he says that speaks it speaks volumes about where their program has come since he took over. He said when he got here, they had a lot of freshmen and sophomores starting. Senior leadership wasn't there, but he loves this group of kids. He loves this team. And he said since day one, since Colin, since Ryan, since Jesse, all these guys were freshmen, that he knew they were going to be something special, and they have been. They've been 10-0. They haven't lost a league game in nearly 3 years. Haven't lost actually a non-playoff game, if you want to put it that way, in close to 3 years now.
Yeah, they've and you mentioned how heavy and loaded they are. Seniors, you just take one glance at this roster, and that's evident. And so with that senior leadership here with this home crowd, I really expect that they're going to be able to overcome a lot of adversity in this game. Right now they're down 7-0 though, Aaron.
So it'll be 4th and goal, ball at the 6-yard line. They're going to put the offense out there. They're going to show shotgun formation. 3 receivers set, far side, Hiss the lone man in the backfield. They send Tanner Grover in motion, fake handoff. Murphy rolls out far side, trying to get to the edge, throws in the end zone. Touchdown, Basehor. Touchdown, Basehor on the far side, and that catch is credited to Ryan Murphy.
Really just an incredible play by Colin Murphy. Once again, rolling to his right. Nick Becker, same as last time, not fooled, applied the pressure, but we see the wheels of Murphy as he's able to buy time, then find his brother and his receiver in the end zone, sitting down in the zone. Touchdown, Bobcats.
It was a low throw, but Ryan Murphy was able to make the grab. That's one thing he has been great at all year, is making tough catches. They're going to go for it on the extra point attempt. 2 receivers set, 1 in the backfield. Going to throw up a fade route to his brother, and Ryan, and he caught it. 2-point conversion good. Ryan Murphy on the jump fade route.
Yeah, very impressive, and that's, one of the things about this Bobcat team. When you're game planning as a defense, you can't stop that. You can only hope to contain it, I suppose. But as we saw Zach Bagwell go up to try and defend that ball, it's just obvious that 8-inch height advantage really sealed the deal. Ryan Murphy gives the Bobcats the lead, 8-7.
Head coach Steve Hopkins pulls a rabbit out of his hat once again and gets his team on the board. They lead it 8-7 over the visiting Eudora Cardinals. Bobcat fans, check out game night specials from Simple Simons. Free medium one-topping pizza with a purchase of a large specialty. Yes, a free medium pizza from Simple Simons with a large specialty. Carry out only. Special only good on Bobcat football game night. Call 913-724-4141 and place your order now, or visit us at BasehorSimpleSimons.com. Once again, you listen to 810 Varsity. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You listen to the home of high school sports. This is Basehor Linwood football on the home for high school sports, 810Varsity.com. And back to the action with Aaron Berlin and Jonas Nordman. This one going to be a high kick taken by Pyle at the 25, works far side across the 30 and squirts his way to the 33.
You know, going back to that drive that we just witnessed where the Bobcats able to put up 6 and tack on the 2-point conversion, you got to have mixed feelings if you're the Cardinals, because on one hand, you did hold them to 2 fourth downs where they somehow came up with conversions. On the other hand, you know, that drive took a while and they were able to punch it in. So really, you can't get too down on yourself because you had them against the wall for a little bit, but you got to move on and try and regain this lead now with your offense.
All the Cardinals will start with the ball on their own 34-yard line, working left to right. Basehor going to put everybody up on the line and attempt for the run. One setback this time is next to Derek Webb. It's Chris Pyle to his left. 2 receivers set, 1 on each side. High handoff this time, fake handoff. Webb takes it, runs far side, gets a hit, and down at the 36.
And that's just a good carry there because it only got 4 yards. But that's just Derek Webb identifying nice zone read, fakes the handoff, runs left. Could have waited for his blocker, Jared Ireland, but instead he decided just to get forward, pick up the good yardage on first down.
Derek Webb is the son of head coach Greg Webb. He's a senior this year, and he has been phenomenal for this Cardinal team. Andrew Ballack is the receiver on the near side part of your screen. 2 setback this time. Pyle is on man. Takes it himself. Cross snap across the 40 where he hobbles up and is down at the 42. Bobcat defense didn't bite on that one.
No, they didn't. And Chris Pyle going airborne to get over the sort of line of scrimmage of downed offensive linemen who had been cut, who had gone down for cut blocks, showing you the risks of what happens when you go airborne as he got nailed in the middle of his leap.
Big third down right here for the Basehor Linwood Bobcats. The home team trying to rally their fans, telling them to get up, and they are. 3rd and 3, ball on the Cardinals' 41-yard line, working left to right. Pyle goes under center, offset I formation. Handoff going to go near side. Webb takes it himself, has the first down, still on his feet, and cross the 45 into the 47.
And that's just some gutsy running. And once again, we see the benefit of having multiple guys on your team who are threats to run the football. Chris Pyle, Gabe Cleveland vacate the area, run left. That opens it up on the right side for Derek Webb.
Indeed it does, so it'll give them a 1st and 10 on their own 47-yard line. It's their first down of this drive. Bobcat defense looking a little tired after really Eudora has just pounded the run. They have yet to throw the ball. Well, they're going to show 1 tight end set, 2 receivers out each side. Pyle to 1 man in the backfield. Handoff will go Cleveland, who's hit right at the middle. You can credit Drew Potter in on the sack.
Yeah, Dalton Mellies too getting in there as they were able just to get right up the middle, stop Gabe Cleveland before he even got going.
Correction, it was Dalton Mellies, you're right. So it'll be 2nd and 9 on the 47. Eudora trying to get into Basehor territory. They scored on their first drive, and they scored relatively easily. They had 3 first downs on that drive. They already have 1 here on this one. Really eating up some of the clock, trying to take the Basehor offense out of it. Fake handoff, for this time they'll go Pyle right up the middle into Basehor territory across the 50 into the 47.
And you've got to be impressed. A guy as small as Chris Pyle to have that sort of determination and decision making to just hit the hole as soon as he sees it open. That's really tough, hard-nosed running, and he's learned a lot under Greg Webb.
So it'll be 3rd and 6, under 40 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Bobcats on top, 8-7. Ball on the Bobcat 49-yard line, 3rd and 6 for Eudora Cardinals. Fans chanting defense as the Cardinals break the huddle. Webb goes under center. Cleveland is on setback, and it looks like we might have our first flag of the day. Nope, we're going to have a timeout. I think Eudora called a timeout, and they did.
And Greg Webb will do that from time to time. If he doesn't like what he sees from the defense or even from his offense, he'll call a timeout. Not shy about using timeouts to correct mistakes, as opposed to some coaches who will hold on to a timeout at all costs because of the need to have a timeout late in the game.
And especially when it's a 3rd and 6 right now. This is a big 3rd down. They want to keep this drive moving. I think if they gave it up on this drive and you had a quick score by Basehor, that might deflate them.
It'll be interesting to see what happens here. If they don't get the first down, but they get a few yards, maybe 3 yards, and have 4th and 3 left, you know, they might go for it from the Basehor 45. It's hard to say. You can't, you know, if you lose this game, you're done for the season, so you don't want to leave anything out there. Or rather, you do want to leave everything out there on the field. So we'll see, but once again, the lack of a passing game could be problematic here for the Cardinals.
This is a district regional final game. Both these teams won on Tuesday night to advance to this Saturday night game. 3rd and 6, ball on the Bobcat 49-yard line. Webb goes under center. He's got 1 receiver split each side. Cleveland in the backfield. Handoff Cleveland right up the middle. He might be short of the first down, but if so, he's a yard. And they're going to give him the first, I think.
I don't know. Wow, the referee is signaling first down. The chain gang taking their time, though. They've even flipped it over to fourth down.
I think he's short.
He's got to be short. He went down at the 44. Yeah, they spot him short now.
Yeah, he had to get to the 44 for the first down. They're going to mark it right about an inch after the 45-yard line. So a big fourth down right here, but the way Eudora has run the ball here in the early going, you got to think they're going to get this.
Yeah, if they do choose to go for it. I mean, it's not the worst idea, as he wouldn't give the Bobcats that tremendous a field position. And once again, Greg Webb, not shy about using those timeouts. He's going to do it once again, Aaron.
So 2 timeouts here on this drive. You said he had no problem using them in the early going, and why not? He's had some big play calls already. His team down just 1 point, but they've looked very effective running the ball here today.
Yeah, they have. They've had their moments running the football, but it's one of those things where you got to wonder, is that going to be successful for the entire game? Whereas we know that the Bobcats can move the football through the air and on the ground. They have more dynamic offense, but that being said, you know, don't put it past the Cardinals to just lean on this all night and find success. I think this will be the first real test of their running game against the Bobcats.
Just 2 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Bobcats on top 8-7. And after a Ryan Murphy touchdown pass for Colin Murphy, did kind of a play action pass. He threw it about 6 yards into the end zone. And then he hit his brother once again on a deep fade route for the 2-point conversion. For Eudora, they scored on a bootleg run by Derek Webb. It's about a 10-yard run by Webb. And they're going to bring the offensive unit out once again. Bobcats trying to get their fans up, and they are on their feet. They want to see a Bobcat victory here tonight. 4th and 2, ball on the 44. 2 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Webb goes under center. He's got Gabe Cleveland in the backfield. Webb takes it himself, has the first down, and then some into the secondary, and he's going to say, see ya, ladies and gentlemen. He's at the 10, the 5, touchdown.
And wow, what a turn of events. You see across from us the Eudora sideline, the fans going absolutely nuts. Just a tremendous, you know, not exactly an original call. That's something we've seen a couple times. It's one of those things where the Bobcats really, really wanted to stop, and they all sort of flocked to the middle of the field to try and stop the run up the middle, and their over pursuit cost them there.
Derek Webb, he leaves the team in carries, and he took that one to the house. It was a 44-yard run for a touchdown. Puts his team up 13-8. And look at this, they're going to go for it. Chris Pyle will be right behind Derek Webb, about 3 yards deep. 2 receivers set in the far side, one on the near side. Goes under center, fake handoff, throws near side, has a receiver, completed pass, 2-point conversion good.
And that looks like Marcus Hill. Marcus Hill, the middle linebacker, comes in as a slot receiver and makes that nice little reception and just uses his body to get into the end zone. And now with that, Aaron, it's a 15-8 football game. Impressive play by both of these offenses. We got to wonder which defense is going to step up first.
Basehor did not trail at all in their first game. In fact, they were up 35-0 in the first round of the Kansas Class 4A state championship playoff bracket. Well, here at the end of the first quarter, they trail this one 15-8 here on Keister Field. 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns for Eudora. 2 possessions, 1 touchdown for Basehor. That could end up being the difference here in this one.
Yeah, absolutely. And we mentioned sort of the 4th down conversions. It's absolutely huge. 2 for Basehor, 1 for Eudora. We got to wonder which team is going to go for it on 4th down and actually fail. I mean, they've been very aggressive about doing it so far in the early goings of this game. We're just now into the second quarter. At some point, you figure that one of these teams isn't going to be able to get a 4th down conversion. And until then, that could be a real turning point. 10
yards has not been hard for either of these offenses to get. Defense has to figure out how to stop it at some point, though. Basehor had a disappointing loss last year in the state championship bracket. A loss to Sumner. They're trying to go as far as they can, especially with how talented the senior class is. 12 minutes left to go on the clock. We're going to have a kick. This one a high, booming kick, but going to be taken at the 10-yard line. Works his way to the 20, still on his feet, wrapped up and spun down at the 25.
For once, we see a deep kick from the Cardinals, and it sort of took me off guard. Looked like it might have taken the returner off guard as well. That's Paul Rim.
Yeah, Paul Ream was the deep man on the back. It looks like they expected him just to kick it to the up man. I think they had Skylar Ross and Alex Jackson on either side at about the 30. So Colin Murphy will come out once again. He managed to get a touchdown scoring drive last time. Let's see what he can do this time around. His team trails once again 15-8, and they really have their backs up against the wall here in the early going. 3 receivers set on the near side. Hiss, the lone man in the backfield. Shotgun formation, 1st and 10, ball on the 26. Screen pass out to Hiss, and he dropped it. I think it's going to be an incomplete pass. It is.
Well, regardless of that, Marcus Hill was primed to make that tackle. He just bounced off his blocker. That was Tanner Garver trying to block him on the bubble screen, and Marcus Hill really just being forceful and attacking the football. I think it might have even been fortunate that Basehor would drop that, because that would have lost a yard or two.
11:51 left to go, second quarter. 2nd and 10, ball on the Bobcat, 26-yard line. Belt high snap this time from Murphy. Rolls out near side, has a receiver, and Ben Johnson almost to the first down mark and pushed out of bounds at the 34. Needed to get to the 36 for the first down.
Just a simple little comeback route. Not the greatest of timing. I think had it been timed a little bit better, Ben Johnson would have had time to turn around and maybe pick up the first, but nevertheless, 3rd and short never hurts.
So it'll be 3rd and 2 for the Bobcats. Ball at their own 34-yard line. 11:44 left to go. 15-8 your score here at Keister Field. Bobcats working left to right in their all-green uniforms with the Bobcat on the helmet. 2 set back this time. Handoff going to be quarterback keeper right up the middle, and he's hit before he could get to the 35. And I think he's going to lose a yard on it.
Well, we got a flag down for illegal procedure, I believe.
Yeah, it's going to go against the Bobcats, an illegal shift. I think they got Drew Potter on the illegal shift. So, they'll back him up. And it looks like they will accept the penalty.
Which is a bit puzzling to me. I think they'd want to decline it and take the 4th and 4 instead, and here comes the punt unit, Aaron.
Yep. Looks like they did decline it. I thought they were going to accept them. Well, that's another big one for Basehor. You got to score when you have the opportunities to do them, and that's their 2nd 3 and out of the day. 4th and 3, ball on the 33-yard line. Punt formation this time is Ben Johnson back deep right at their zone 20-yard line. Good snap this time, good hold, high booming punt. He's going to force Andrew Ballack back. He'll take it up to 20. Angles up the near side, trying to get to the far side now. Wrapped up and spun down at the 29.
That looked like Tanner Garver on the tackle. I could be incorrect. A little bit far away, but nevertheless, a good job of getting down the field. And really, that's a good swing for the Bobcats. That's about a 50-yard net punt.
Good booming punt for Ben Johnson. I told you he had a leg on him, and he's proven me right here today.
Yeah, absolutely. Very evident there that Ben Johnson got some real punting ability, and he puts it to work there. And it's going to put the Cardinals back in their own territory a little bit, see if they can score again, as they're already leading, Aaron.
It will. 15-8, 11:28 left to go, first quarter. 3 set back this time. Pyle will take it himself. Angles near side, has a hole behind the left blocker, and now he's pushed back.
Yeah, it's Dalton Mellies once again, I think, in on that one, along with Zach Smith. Just a good job of hitting him, and then as a team, collectively pushing him back. They should get some forward progress out of that, but it's going to be 2nd down and long.
Mellies is the leading tackler on this Basehor Linwood defense, and he's done it all year. He's been the star of the defensive side of the ball, along with Ben Johnson, Drew Potter, Zach Smith has multiple interceptions on the day. Well, not on the day, on the year. It has been a team effort. 2nd and 10, ball on their own 29-yard line. Eudora working right to left, 15-8. Going to be a quarterback keeper. Webb takes it, hit in the backfield, and brought down.
Yeah, not just Drew Potter getting around the line of scrimmage in pursuit and making a big tackle. He also had some help from Josh Stillion.
So it'll be 10:36 left to go in the second quarter. 15-8 your score here at Keister Field. Eudora on top though. But you know what? They've been using up a lot of that clock and keeping the Basehor offense out of rhythm, and that's been a big part of it so far.
Yeah, absolutely. But now here, faced with 3rd down and long, without a passing game, this does not look like an easy conversion.
3rd and 11. Webb will go into center. 3 set back this time. It'll be a handoff to Cleveland, and he's hit in the backfield. Correction, it was Cleveland was up the gut. It was number 25. And Marcus Hill that Drew Potter really bit in the backfield.
Yeah, that's one of the things that Eudora has to do, because they are sort of one dynamic with that running game. They very often got to fake handoffs and give you a lot of different looks to keep you off guard.
Blake Christian will be the deep man back. for the Bobcats right at about the 34-yard line, in between the two hash marks. Punter is Jared Ireland. This one's a good low punt, spiraling high as it goes out of bounds at the Bobcat 46-yard line.
And that's just a win-win there. A couple of punts. However, the Bobcats now with the ball near midfield. They're going to spot it at the 47. And that's a good look for them as they've got a short field. And this home crowd started to get into it a little bit, trying to cheer their Bobcats to a victory.
First 3 and out on the day for the Cardinals. That's big for the Bobcat offense as they can get back out on the field. Make sure the 810 Varsity is your central hub for the playoffs this year. You can catch all the games right here on 810varsity.com. I formation set this time. Garver is a near side receiver. Handoff Parter to the right, battling behind the right tackle. Squirts his way for a gain of 2.
Yeah, Nick Becker and Marcus Hill, the guys getting in there and getting their uniforms dirty, making that tackle on Drew Potter. Nevertheless, though, good job by Potter, realizing he's about to go down, falls forward, picks up a couple of yards.
4 down lineman this time for Eudora. Belt high snap for Murphy. 2nd down and 8. Gonna throw a hot fires one over the middle. Has a receiver on Ben Johnson across the 35 and down at the 32. He has enough for the first down and then some.
Yeah, Ben Johnson's a great receiver, but the real difference maker on that play was Ryan Murphy. Going downfield, he split the cornerback and the safety. They both dropped back in desperation to cover him. Easy completion underneath for Ben Johnson.
So 8:58 left to go. 1st and 10, ball on the 32. Murphy rolls out far side, fires one over the far sideline, has his brother and Ryan Murphy across the 20 and down at the 18.
And they're really getting into a groove now. That was just very, very well timed. Right when Colin Murphy looked upfield, his brother was coming on the crossing pattern, and just a nice connection between those two.
It's Murphy's 3rd reception on the day. 1st and 10, ball on the Cardinal 20-yard line. Belt high snap from Murphy. Wants to throw over the middle. Garver's the receiver and has it down at the 15. Completed pass.
I like what Coach Hopkins is doing now. He's spreading the field and letting his receivers get underneath and sit down in these zones, really trying to test the secondary of Eudora.
Clock still ticking, 8:28 left to go, 15-8 your score. 2nd and 7, ball on the Cardinal 16. Garver does a motion from right to left to the top of your screen. Belt high snap from Murphy, fires one over the middle, incomplete pass, as Ryan Murphy was the intended receiver.
Yeah, it looked like a little bit of a miscommunication there, like maybe he expected Ryan to turn left on a crossing pattern. Nevertheless, no real damage done as it falls incomplete.
So it'll be 3rd and 7 on the incomplete pass by Colin Murphy. Ball right at the Cardinals 16-yard line. Big down right here. 3rd and 7, shotgun formation, 3 receivers set. Cardinals going to rush 4, and we're going to see head coach Steve Hopkins call a timeout. Wise decision.
Yeah, these coaches really playing an interesting game of chess here. Very defensive and very calculated in everything. Every move they make, they're turning it over, mulling it over in their heads, and trying to arrive at the right decision. I'd say so far throughout this game, both coaches have done a very good job, as we see the score is in Eudora's favor, but of course the Bobcats threatening. But of course, 3 for 3 combined on 4th downs in this game.
Cheerleaders trying to get the fans on their feet, and they are doing so. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, make sure 810 Varsity is your central hub for the playoffs. The Playoff Central, get live brackets updated in real time, and of course live scores and more. Your source for the playoffs, 810varsity.com. Be sure to get ready for the new revamped 810varsity.com for basketball and wrestling. Kansas City's new source for high school sports, 810varsity.com. Situation here for the Basehor Linwood Bobcats. 3rd and 7, ball on the Cardinals 16-yard line. 8:17 left to go, 2nd quarter. They trail 15-8. They're working left to right. Cardinals is going to show 3 down linemen, so they're going to rush them off. 3 receivers set near side. Belt high snap for Murphy. He rolls out near side, wants to throw, still looking. Fires one over the center. He's got an incomplete pass to Drew Potter. Tried to reach up with his left hand and brought it down, but it was hitting his chest.
Really a messy play in a lot of regards. But Zach Bagwell, lucky he didn't get flagged for interference. Yes, Colin Murphy threw across his body. It wasn't exactly pretty, but the receiver was open. Zach Bagwell got there a little bit early, if you ask me.
So it brings down a big 4th down. Bobcats needing 7 yards for the first. They're on the Cardinals 16. Murphy goes under center this time. 3-step drop, throws a fader out to Ben Johnson. Can't complete it. Incomplete pass. He couldn't reel it in. Turnover on downs for the Bobcats.
You know, nobody's going to be perfect, especially on 4th down. There's no doubt about that. But that time, that's my first sort of deduction in points, if you will, for Coach Hopkins. I simply didn't like the fade pattern to Ben Johnson. He doesn't quite have the height that Ryan Murphy does. And I think they maybe could have found something else. Nevertheless, they're not in bad shape. Eudora backed up deep in their own territory.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Cardinals at their own 16-yard line after the turnover on downs by Basehor. They lead it 15-6, 8:08 left to go first quarter. Derek Webb, the senior, goes under center. 3-back formation once again. Handoff going to go right up the middle. This time it's Pyle. Angles to the far side. Didn't have anything though as the Basehor defense was right there.
Yeah, good job pursuing the football. The fake to Cleveland was really good. Had me going for a second. But his defense wasn't fooled. They found the ball and they made the tackle.
Won't pick up any yardage on the play as it'll still be 2nd and 10. So they're still, or correction, they're going to give him 1 yard. It'll be 2nd and 9. 7:45 left to go. 15-8 your score. This is the 4th drive of the day for Eudora. Working right to left. Webb goes under center this time. He's got an offset I formation. 3-step drop, wants to throw, fires one to the near, over the middle, has a receiver at the 45, and down at the 47 is Andrew Ballack.
And there we see it. You know, they don't take many shots downfield, but when they do, they go to their guy, and that's Andrew Ballack. And I don't see many symptoms of a broken foot there, Aaron. He looked good going down the field and getting that football.
He was a game-time decision. We didn't know if he'd play, and he hurt the Basehor secondary right there. 1st and 10 now. Ball at their own 48-yard line, working right to left. Eudora in their all-white uniforms with blue trim, red helmets. Offset I formation. Webb takes it, angles far side, finds a hole across the A-gap, and dives towards midfield.
Dalton Melly's right there to make the tackle. Webb running for his life there as he had to evade some defenders who were on his heels. Really just a 2-yard pickup, but at first glance, it could have been worse than that.
It was a tough 2-yard pickup at that. So it'll be 2nd and 8, ball right at midfield. Receiver on the near side part of your screen is Zach Bagwell. Andrew Ballack has lined up on the far side part of your screen. Strong I formation set this time. Handoff Pyle far side. It rumbles and bumbles across the 50 into Basehor territory and down at the 46.
And again, just a very good carry, not because he broke it, but because it could have been worse than that. He avoided one tackler in the backfield, picked up a solid 5 yards.
They'll bring up a 3rd and 5. Ball at the Bobcat 47. So they've been efficient on this drive. We haven't seen them throw, and it was the first time they've thrown all day. 3rd and 5, ball, 47-yard line. They're going to line up strong, I formation set. Basehor going to put everybody up on the line and attempt for the run. Handoff, Cleveland right up the middle into the secondary, across the 40 and down at the 34. Turned on the Jets on that one was Gabe Cleveland.
And the only way you can stop that fullback dive right up the middle with that sort of explosiveness is that the linebackers are ready to attack the football right there. They were waiting to see if it was a fake, and by the time they realized that Gabe Cleveland had the football, he was already on them, and he was already running past them.
Bobcats need to find a way to stop that, and soon. They can't let the running game continue to hurt them. 1st and 10, ball at the Bobcat 34-yard line for the Eudora Cardinals. Strong I formation set this time, split receivers to each side. Webb takes it himself, trying to string it out across the far side, still on his feet, and there's a flag right at the 30-yard line. It was thrown by the back judge.
Yeah, it looked like Ben Johnson got held from here as he was trying to seal off on the left side.
That'll be the first penalty on the day for either team. 5:35 left to go, 2nd quarter, 15-8 your score here at Keister Field on the campus of Basehor High School. My name is Aaron Berlin, joined alongside by Ian McLean on this nice, brisk Kansas November night. A little bit of a wind factor as we do have a block on the Eudora Cardinals. He goes against him.
Yeah,
one of the day.
That's a big penalty. That's a 15-yarder. And it looks like it was Greg Snell, who was also shaken up a bit on the play, the right tackle, senior for Eudora. And it cost them big time, as this will push them, I think, back or very close to midfield.
That's a big loss, especially for a team that runs and don't have much of a passing game. Basehor can really sit on it now.
We'll see where they spot it. They're taking their time, and here they go, marching off now.
Across the 40, still marching, down at about the 45-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 21. And they're going to continue to back this thing up. They're all the way at midfield. So the ball's back in Cardinal territory after the penalty. First and 26, ball at midfield. 3 set back this time. Pyle is a deep back, direct snap, takes it. And we have flags all over the place. Drew Potter was in the backfield on that one.
Yeah, once again we see Derek Webb lined up wide, but this figures to be a false start.
It's a false start on the offense. Back it up an additional 5 yards. That could really kill this Eudora drive.
And beg your pardon, didn't look like there's any penalty. They just blew it dead for some particular unknown reason.
So Webb, the quarterback, is lined up on the near side. Direct strap. Pyle takes it up the middle across the 35 to the 40. And flags come everywhere. So a game that was pretty cleanly played throughout the first quarter and a half. We're now seeing some dirty laundry all throughout this field.
Yeah, those flags are going to be turning a little bit darker shade of yellow by the end of the night if things continue this way. As that was thrown here by the line judge on the near side. And this one will back up the Cardinals to the 45. So now, Aaron, they've got first in a long, long way.
There's first and about Lansing. First and 31, ball on the Cardinal 35-yard line. They need to get all the way to the Bobcat 29 for a first down. It's a good thing they're going to have 4 downs to do it. First and 31, ball at their own 45-yard line. Webb lines up under center this time. We've seen him in the Wildcat a couple of times. One receiver set near side. Basehor has shown a little bit more of his own read this time. Everybody up on the line. Webb takes it. Handoff in the backfield. Going to rumble and bumble across the 50 into the 47 was Gabe Cleveland.
And Derek Webb is just really good at selling those fakes. Even after he hands it off, you see him running that sort of zone read to the right that he's had so much success with, had that 44-yard touchdown run. And he really sells the fake every time. And that's an important thing to do because, you know, it keeps the defense off balance. Even if they are pursuing the football, it's just good to have that sort of repetition.
So it'll be second and 23. Ball at the Bobcat 47-yard line after the handoff by Cleveland. Webb, 3-step back, wants to throw, throws one over the middle. Incomplete pass. It's intercepted by the Bobcats. Across the 20 to the 25. It's Tanner Garver across the 35 and all the way to the 41-yard line is Tanner Garver.
What a catch by Tanner Garver. At first, I thought that Andrew Ballard came down with that one, but then Tanner Garver must have been just as surprised as I was because he didn't start running immediately. He sort of took off after a good second or two of maybe disbelief that he was able to come away with that football. Nevertheless, a huge play for the Bobcats. Now they've got the football back and they've got decent field position.
They had only thrown 26 times prior to today's meeting, and that's the second pass of the day. So Mark Webb, 1 of 2 with an interception already. Tanner Garver goes in motion. Fake handoff's going to be a pitch near side across the Potter. Spin move. Fumbles it right at the 49.
Yeah.
That'll be a turnover and a fumble recovered by Eudora.
Oh, man, what a momentum killer. Drew Potter walking around like he's a little bit hurt, but I think if anything, it's just his pride as he really wishes he had that carry back. He had some room in front of him. He tried to break that one tackle, and instead of escaping the tackle, the football escaped from his grip.
Full house here tonight at Keister Field. So there's not a seat open on the home bleachers. The students have gone all the way down into the grassy knoll that is inside the front of the bleachers. That is how much support has been shown for this Bobcat team. 4:09 left to go, first and 10. Ball on the Bobcat 44-yard line after the turnover by Drew Potter. It's where Eudora will take over. Derek Webb will go under center. I formation set, handoff Pyle right up the middle, makes a hip and a hop, and he gets to the 42. Brought down by number 27 and Jesse Hiss.
You can sort of hear how some of the enthusiasm has been sucked out of the stadium for a moment, at least for the time being, as the Cardinals have slowed down since that huge run with Derek Webb. But at the same time, you've got to figure that the Bobcat defense has been doing better ever since then in stopping the Cardinals.
Indeed, everybody up on the line this time for the Bobcats. 4 linebackers. Second and 8, ball on the 42. Webb, quarterback keeper across the 40 to the 36. Rumbling and bumbling, close to the first down marker. Maybe a gain of 6. On the 2nd and 8. They're going to mark it shy of the first down marker. I think they're going to mark him at the 42. So it'll be 3rd and 3 after the carry by Derek Webb.
And here on 3rd and short, this is where the Bobcats could really use the support of their home crowd. Maybe induce another false start from the Cardinals.
3rd and 3. Ball at the Bobcat 37-yard line after the fumble by Drew Potter. Everybody up on the line for the Bobcats. Handoff Cleveland near side, has the first down, and then a couple.
Oh, nice carry by Gabe Cleveland. He absolutely trucked leading tackler Dalton Mellies on that one.
He definitely hit the truck stick on that one.
Yes, he certainly did. His Madden acumen.
2:48 left to go. 15-8 your score here at Keister Field. Eudora still on top. 1st and 10. Ball at the Bobcat 33-yard line. So first down of this drive after the fumble by Drew Potter. 3-step back this time. Webb goes under center. Handoff far side. Rumbling and bumbling. I believe it was Gabe Cleveland on the carry.
Just more of the same simple stuff. It seems like ever since they threw that interception a few plays ago, they've been very focused on getting back to what they do really well, which is run the football up the gut, show a misdirection every now and then, and keep the chains moving.
So it'll be good yardage on 1st and 10. Pick up a 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. As Webb goes under center. 3-step back this time. Gabe Cleveland was the one in the middle. We have a timeout.
Yeah.
Eudora, I believe that's the last one of the half.
It is, and as we mentioned before, Coach Webb not shy about using timeouts when he doesn't like what he sees in either of the formations from the defense or the offense. This is just another case of that. It was interesting. They had no wideouts. They had Nick Becker at tight end, and then they had 3 guys in the backfield, including Marcus Hill, Gabe Cleveland, and Chris Pyle. I guess that's their big sort of stack look, and they didn't quite feel comfortable with it, so they're going to call that timeout. Big, though, because they don't have any more left as we're coming to the last few minutes here of the second quarter.
The Kansas City Command season tickets for the 2012 Arena Football League season at Sprint Center are on sale now. Call 855-KC Arena. Hey, everybody, $5 footlong subs at Mr. Good Sense are back. 7 great subs to choose from. Come see what fresh really is at Mr. Good Sense. Mr. Good Sense, one of the proud sponsors of 810varsity.com. We appreciate their help throughout the season. Situation here, though, at Keister Field. 2:04 left to go in the second quarter. 15-8 is your score. Eudora on top after the 2-point conversion and a big run. Bobcats intercepted the ball and then fumbled it on the ensuing possession, which is where we are now. Eudora with a 2nd and 7 at the Bobcat 30-yard line. They're going to show 3 backs in the backfield with Cleveland, the middle back. Webb goes under center. Everybody up on the line. 4 linebackers, 1 safety. This time for the Bobcats. 3-step drop for Webb. Throws one over the middle. Tanner Garber on the coverage. Incomplete pass as the intended receiver was Nick Becker.
Yep, tight end Nick Becker just running a nice streak up the right side of the field there. Pretty much uncontested. Really, Derek Webb must wish that he has that one back in his hand still, because he can do better than that. He just underthrew it as he tried to run to his right and make the throw at the same time. Not an easy thing to do. Didn't have the opportunity to plant his feet and make a good throw downfield.
2-minute drills in effect right now as we're right at 2 minutes here in the second quarter. 3rd and 7 on the Bobcat 30-yard line. Eudora working right to left. Everybody up on the line, going to show blitz once again for the Bobcats. 1 step back this time. Webb on the handoff to Cleveland, rumbling and bumbling, pushing his way forward as he's working behind the left guard and is still shy of the first down marker.
And if you're Coach Hopkins here, do you use a timeout to try and preserve the clock?
Eudora is out of timeouts. Basehor still with 1 in their pocket. They are shy of the first down marker. It'll be 4th and 3 after the 4-yard carry by Gabe Cleveland.
Now, without a doubt, they're going to go for it here as the clock continues to roll now under 2 minutes. It's going to be interesting to see what they come with, because really, if they don't get the first down, it's not that big of a deal. They still have the lead, and Basehor, time against them, backs against the wall.
Eudora will get the ball to start the second half. 3 backs deep once again. Handoff Cleveland, far side. Hit right at the line of scrimmage, and he's short of the first down. Ben Johnson was the man who had the key hit.
Just a great job of the defensive line occupying the gaps, and great decision-making that time by linebackers, including Ben Johnson, in hitting Gabe Cleveland as soon as they saw him come out of the backfield. And really, I don't think he got anything there.
This football team continues to unite this community of Basehor Linwood. They have done it in full force here tonight. Everybody on their feet cheering on their green and gold Bobcats. Great town support here tonight against the 9-1 Eudora Cardinals. Here for a chance to play in the Elite 8 of the Kansas 4A title. Bobcats will come on 1st and 10, working left to right. Belt high snap this time for the Bobcats. Ben Johnson was the intended receiver on the incomplete pass on a low throw by Colin Murphy.
Yeah, and the low throw was caused by Nick Becker. Nick Becker getting in the backfield. He's done this a couple of times tonight. This must be his 3rd or 4th quarterback hurry, and it really affected Colin Murphy on that comeback route to Ben Johnson.
So here we go. 1:08 left to go, second quarter. 15-8 your score. 2nd and 10, ball on the Bobcats' own 26-yard line. Ryan Murphy goes in motion from right to left, now at the top of the field. 3-step drop for Murphy, wants to throw, has his brother streaking at the 50, caught at the 45 and out of bounds.
Very nice catch.
Foot in bounds, though. Incomplete pass as he was hit in the back and then pushed out of bounds. There's a flag on the field, I believe. Right in the area of holding.
Yeah, that's just unfortunate because Ryan Murphy, did a great job of getting that football. Coverage by Zach Bagwell was very cautious, let's say, as he did not want to allow anything over the top.
Indeed. A minute staring us right in the eyes on the scoreboard that is on the right side part of the field, just beyond the goal end zones. 1 minute left to go. 15-8 your score. Basehor driving. It'll be 3rd and 10 before the call by the officials. Let's see what they have here as they confer, and we have a decision as holding on the offense. Push them back right to about the 12-yard line. That's big. A 10-yard penalty, 2nd and 23. 1 minute left to go on the clock. They're going to show trip receivers near side. Jesse Hissel, man in the backfield. Murphy wants to throw near side. Ben Johnson has a blocker, and Tanner Garver still on his feet. Breaks 1 tackle, breaks 2, and down at the 19.
Yeah, Marcus Hill really aggressive there trying to get that tackle and drop Ben Johnson in the backfield. Johnson, a nice little move, able to shake and pick up a few yards.
Nice little screen pass by Colin Murphy, but the clock is continuing to tick. Under 40 seconds now left to go, second quarter of play. Shotgun formation, trip receivers tap to the top of your screen. One tight end set as Potter is lined up as a tight end. Belt high snap this time from Murphy. Rolls out far side. Play action pass. Going to throw over his body. Has a receiver and Ryan Murphy at the 40-yard line. Completed pass at the 41.
And that was just beautiful. Beautiful play call because what happened, Gabe Cleveland at the linebacker position lined up on those receivers, took the underneath man, and that was Ryan Murphy. Then Murphy just streaks upfield right between Cleveland and the safety, Andrew Ballack. Great catch, great completion.
So they're going to mark him out just shy of the 40. It'll be ball at the 39, 21 seconds left. Trip receivers near side, and flags all over the place as I think the offensive line flinched.
Jared Ireland coming across the line there. We'll see who committed what infraction there.
Here we go. Here's the call. False start, offensive line. Back him up 10 yards.
Ben Cam is the one lined up opposite Ireland, so presumably he was the one who moved first. It'll back him up, as you mentioned. 1st and 15 now, Aaron.
That'll be 1st and 15, ball 34-yard line of the Bobcats. Trip receivers near side. Jesse Hissel, one man in the backfield. 4-man rush this time for Eudora. Murphy steps up in the pocket, throws over to the near side. Ben Johnson bobbles it and pushed out of bounds. Still on his feet across the 50 into Eudora territory. Across the 40 and down at the Cardinal 39-yard line. I thought he stepped out of bounds right at midfield.
Really, really impressive job. Apparently he didn't go out, kept his feet, and got about 20 extra yards after juggling that ball. And at the end of the play, Andrew Ballack literally picked him up off his feet and slammed him down on the turf. A couple of Bobcats on the sideline wanted unnecessary roughness. Doesn't look like they're going to get it.
Bobcats have been penalized twice already on this drive that has delayed it, but they have shown a lot of heart here in this final drive of the second quarter. 8 seconds left to go. 15-8 your score here at Keister Field. It'll be 1st and 10. Ball at the Cardinal 41-yard line.
It looks like Colin Murphy might be a little bit shaken up. Or no, somebody's down on the field.
Ryan Murphy has gathered the troops. They're now huddled right around midfield. Colin Murphy is standing, so both the Murphy brothers are all right. It's down in the area where Ben Johnson was, though. Ben Johnson, I see now standing along. The injured players on the near side part of your screen as the bench of the Basehor Linwood Bobcats is completely blocking it. Trainer and medical staff are out. But hey, everybody, Nick and Jake's Real Food, Honest Drink. Nick and Jake's, a proud title sponsor of 810varsity.com, located in Parkville in the Parkville Commons and in Overland Park on 135th Street. Or visit us online at nickandjakes.com. Just one more reminder, the thrill of a touchdown, the excitement of a successful pass, all combined to remind us that state football championship games are only moments away. Sponsored by the Kansas State High School Activities Association, state championship playoffs will begin November 1st and conclude the final games on November 26th. Attend the game, support your team, join the crowd during the final week of Kansas High School football beginning November 1. For more information, call the Kansas State High School Activities Association, 785-273-5329. Dead silence here at Keister Field after the mega reception by Ben Johnson.
Now with 8 seconds left, if I'm not mistaken, I think that the Bobcats still have one timeout left. It'd be interesting to see if they try to get a shorter completion near the sideline, maybe get out of bounds if they don't use the timeout, and then if they'll take a crack to the end zone from a little bit closer.
The Basehor players still all have their helmets on. They were huddled right on the near side part of the field, just left of the near hash mark. As head coach Steve Hopkins now on a left knee, looking over. Still have no word officially who is down.
Yeah, on the left side of your screen, you'll see a cart entering, as it looks like they're going to take the injured player off the field.
It's one of the realities of football. It's a tough game. People get hurt. You never like to see it happen, though. Eudora now is almost completely marched off the field. They're on the far side part of your screen, right at about their 35-yard line. The John Deere Gator cart in all green has made its way onto the green turf. And is now helping out.
Looks like Ben Cam.
Ben Cam, we've called his name a couple of times. He's worked on the left side part of the line. It's always hard, especially when you lose an offensive lineman. Eight seconds left to go here in the second quarter. 15-8 your score here after the big play by Ben Johnson. Bobcats now maybe have a little more to play for after they see their friend and their fellow student carted off the field, fellow teammate.
Halftime report in between Chanute and Lewisburg.
First and 10.
Chanute's 14, Lewisburg nothing.
Currently a score update. Chanute 14, Lewisburg nothing. Winner of that game will play the winner of tonight's game. If Chanute wins, both these teams will have to travel west. If Lewisburg wins, the winner of this game would host a playoff round match. So here we go, first and 10, ball on the 41-yard line. 8 seconds left to go. Murphy, bell high snap, rushed in the backfield, play action pass, still on his feet, looking for a receiver, throws up a prayer. Murphy in the end zone, touchdown Basehor! Ryan Murphy was backpedaling into the end zone and caught it and brought it back with pylon.
Wow, just absolutely unbelievable, Aaron. I thought he was going to get sacked. You had Jared Ireland and Marcus Hill in the backfield pursuing Colin Murphy, who escapes him, then has the poise and the calm to make an incredible throw downfield right into the back of the end zone, into the waiting arms of Ryan.
It was a 50-yard pass on the play-action pass by Colin Murphy to his brother Ryan Murphy for his second touchdown reception of the day.
Well, and that one cannot sit well with Coach Greg Webb. They had him in the backfield, able to escape, and then in double coverage, the completion to Ryan Murphy.
Zach Havel, the holder, good clean hold, good clean kick by Garrett Cayley. This one through the middle of the uprights. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a tie game at 15-all. That's the end of the first half. Fans pointing to the air, they're happy that on the prayer throw by Colin Murphy to his brother Ryan Murphy, he was awaiting in the end zone for 6 points. 15-15 your score, more on 810varsity.com. We'll be back soon with second half coverage. Bobcats and Cardinals tied up at 15-all. We'll be back with the second half here momentarily. You're looking live at Keister Field here on the campus of Basehor Linwood. Your score at the half, 15-15. Bobcats tied things up with 8 seconds remaining on a 50-yard touchdown pass to Ryan Murphy from his brother Colin Murphy. Murphy was rushed in the backfield, rolled out to the far side, and just let it fly. And that was one of the most beautiful passes I've seen all year by Colin Murphy.
It was absolutely a thing to behold, and unfortunately we don't have replay, but you can watch the archive version at a10varsity.com. Be sure to check it out. An incredible play, despite all the pressure that was behind him in Nick Becker and Marcus Hill, able to escape them, make a beautiful spiral downfield, and Ryan Murphy was waiting, made the catch, and we have a tie football game, Aaron.
Ryan Murphy was 12 of 19 in the first half for 166 yards. Ben Johnson, though, leading receiver on the day, 5 catches for 66 yards, even though Ryan Murphy made some spectacular plays here today, including 2 touchdown passes.
Well, you got to go back to Ben Johnson's reception down the sideline that set up that final touchdown. He juggled it, then broke some tackles, got a lot more yards than it looks like he was going to get on that play.
Tyler Ogden will come on to kick it. Eudora will receive the football first, working from right to left. Chris Pyle is one of the deep man back on the left hash mark on the far side. He's right at about the 4-yard line. Ogden comes on, high end over end kick. Going to kick it towards the near side. It'll be taken in the end zone and backed out of bounds. So a touchback on the kick by Tyler Ogden was received by Marcus Hill.
That was a big kick downfield. Marcus Hill did the right thing by taking a knee and giving the Cardinals the football at the 20.
So that is where Eudora will come out. It'll be 1st and 10 on their own 20-yard line. 12 minutes left to go, third quarter. 24 minutes total for a trip to the Elite Eight appearance in the Kansas Class 4A playoff bracket. Derek Webb goes under center to start things out. Everybody up on the line for the Bobcats. Bootleg pass this time. Webb trying to get to the outside on the stringer. Can't get anything as he works his way past the 20 and maybe to the 22.
You know, not much of a gain there, but good patience by Webb, finding the hole and making his way through it as slowly as he could, as slowly as he needed to, and just got 3 yards.
11:40 left to go, third quarter. 15-15 your score, all knotted up, so we're going to start over with 0. Ball on the Cardinals' 23-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 7, 2 wide receivers this time. 5 down linemen for the Bobcats. Ben Johnson is one of the defensive ends on the right, on the near side. Potter gets in the backfield. Rush quickly is Gabe Cleveland, who runs right up the middle and is shy of the first down marker.
And once again, we see that fullback dive right up the middle. Gabe Cleveland with some explosive speed just hits the hole, gets a good 5-yard pickup.
We knew they were going to have a running game coming into it, but as efficient as it's been, has been scary. Bobcats have had trouble containing it, although they have made them punt twice. And also have an interception on the day. Even up on the interceptions and the fumbles here today. 10:51 left to go, third quarter. Handoff right up the middle. Has enough for the first down, and they'll move the chains.
Yeah, it's really hard to stop an offense like this where they're just picking up 3-4 yards on first and second down. You know, third and short like that is very convertible when you have as many weapons as the Cardinals do in the backfield.
And they're almost a guaranteed 3 or 4 yards with how efficiently Chris Pyle and Gabe Cleveland have taken those handoffs. Derek Webb has gotten in on the action too, as he had the bootleg touchdown to start things off for the Cardinals. 1 setback this time, 2 receivers split, 1 to each side. 2 setback this time. Webb takes it himself, has a blocker across the 30 to the 35 into the secondary and down at the 39.
Just a huge block by Jared Kopp coming from the guard position, moving to his right, freeing up some space for Webb there, and absolutely took out the guy lined up across from him.
More than anything, though, the time of possession has been in Eudora's favor throughout the first half. These run plays have taken up a substantial amount of time. They've already burned 2 minutes off the clock here to start things in the third quarter, and they have 1 first down. 2nd and 3, ball on their own 38-yard line, as I believe we have a player being helped off the field.
Jared Ireland, looks like.
That's a big loss. He can't go.
Looks like it might be an equipment issue, or maybe he's just bleeding. They've got to get that taken care of.
So they are huddled up right at about the 25-yard line on the left side hash marker. 15-15 your score. Welcome into 810varsity.com. If you're just now joining us, my name is Aaron Berlin, joined alongside by Ian McLean here for this Kansas Class 4A second round playoff match. Eudora beat DeSoto on Tuesday to get here. Basehor hosted Hiawatha in a blowout. 5 down linemen for the Bobcats. Defensive chance streaming throughout Keister Field. Handoff Cleveland right up the middle, short of the first down and short of the 40. Maybe a gain of 1.
Yeah, not much going there. By the way, you saw those players running around at the point of attack near the tackle. Looked like maybe the ball was loose for a second, but the Cardinals have it, and now they've got 3rd and short coming up.
3rd and short. The Bobcat defense needs to toughen up right here. They're going to rush 5 on a lineman. 3rd and 1, ball on the 39. Usually a 4-3 set. 5 down linemen this time, 2 cornerbacks. Handoff right up the middle. Might be short, but I think he powered his way through.
It's going to be close. A big push on the defensive front for the Bobcats. It was Nick Cheney.
Derek Webb was the carrier on the quarterback sneak. He'll move the chains once again as he got the needed 1 yard.
And it was very close. Nick Cheney had the good push from the D tackle position, just not quite enough to keep the Cardinals back as they convert.
Ball on the far hash mark on the right side part of the field. So 9:02 left to go. Clock still ticking. 15-15 your score. Ball at the Cardinal 41-yard line. 1st and 10. 3 set back this time. Shotgun formation. Pyle will take it. Rust in the backfield. And flags all over.
Looks like it's got to be a false start on the Cardinals.
Josh Stillion came from the right side, from the left side part of the field, and rushed Derek Webb in the backfield. Flag was thrown by the lines judge. Here it is. The encroachment on the defense.
Much to the dismay of these fans here. And it's going to give the Cardinals 5 yards, and now 1st and 5.
And a team that has rushed the ball so well today, can't give them any more yardage than they're already going to get. So it'll be 1st and 5, ball out there on 46-yard line, working right to left. Eudora in their all-white uniforms with blue and red trim, red helmets. 3 backs up this time, everybody up on the line. Bobcats show blitz rush in the backfield. Josh Stillion wrapped him up and brought him down. Stillion came from the left side.
Hard to say what happened there for the Cardinals. A high snap as Chris Pyle tried to take it in the backfield. And then as soon as you know it, there were a couple of Bobcats back there. As you mentioned, Josh Stillion. I also saw Dalton Mellies back there. And that's going to go for a loss, it looks like.
Basehor looks to be a little more efficient on their blitzes here to start things out in the 3rd quarter. The loss of 1 on the play. 2nd and 6. Ball at the Cardinals 45-yard line. 8:14 left to go, 3rd quarter. 15-15 your score here to start things out here at Keister Field on the campus of Basehor High School. Everybody up on the line once again for the Bobcats. Shotgun formation, going to throw one over the middle. Incomplete pass as the intended receiver was Andrew Ballack near the 35.
Now, once again, Stillion and Drew Potter bringing the pressure in the backfield.
And Ballack looks to be limping a little bit.
Indeed, Andrew Ballack was the target downfield.
Caleb Hiss was on the coverage, who had about 2 or 3 steps on Ballack and kind of intercepted that had he had a little bit more length.
Derek Webb just couldn't get comfortable in the pocket there, being pressured by the Bobcats. They couldn't get his feet under that throw.
Everybody on their feet. Defensive chance ringing throughout. 8:01 left to go. Stop clock. 15-15 your score. 3rd and 6. Handoff. Rush in the backfield as well. Pushing forward across the 45 and total 47. Shy of the 1st down mark.
You know, I'm seeing a lot of differences in the second half so far. First of all, they're not biting on that Derek Webb sort of bootleg run. The guys on the right side of the line of scrimmage, rather the left side, are staying at home. And then the guys on the other side, Drew Potter, is coming around and giving a lot of really great pursuit, not allowing Derek Webb to get upfield.
It'll be 4th and 4, ball on the Cardinal 47-yard line. This takes a lot for the Cardinals to go with this one. They're still in their own territory. A turnover on downs would give the Bobcats great field position. And they're going to go for it. Love lines up under center. 2 set back this time. Fake handoff as he pushes it right up the middle. And he's shy of 1st down mark. Turnover on downs, Eudora. Man, that's a big loss right there. That's a bad way to open the half.
Absolutely not. An interesting call because they were in their own territory. They have had success on 4th down in this game, but clearly just wasn't there. And the Bobcats coming out with a ferocity that was not seen in the first half.
Bobcats have only led once in this game. It was right after they scored their first touchdown. It was an 8-7 lead. And then they've been playing catch-up the rest of the way. 4 receiver set this time. Man goes in motion. It's Hiss. Handoff trying to string it out to the near side. Hiss cuts back up middle. Across the 45 to the 42. And down at the 38-yard line. He has it up for the first down, and they'll move the chains.
Oh, just a good job running off tackle, leaving several Cardinals in his wake. Huge run for Jesse Hiss. You know, we did not call his name that much in the first half. We'll see if that changes here in the early goings-on in the second half.
I think Old Mo has kind of switched his position over to the Bobcats. 1st and 10, ball on the Cardinal 38-yard line. Need to get to the 28 for the first down. Handoff Potter left side across the 35, where he's brought down and tripped up.
And Drew Potter looked like he had a hole there for a second. Andrew Ballett coming all the way up from the safety position to make that tackle. And he's playing really hard despite the injury he's suffered.
Potter is the bruising back at 6'4", 217. Bobcats working left to right across your radio dial. Ball right on the 35-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 7. They need to get to the 28 for the first down. Handoff near side. Hiss working behind his blocker, and Potter spun down, still on his feet. Ball came out. It's recovered by Eudora on the fumble. It's the second fumble of the day for the Bobcats, and it couldn't be a bigger momentum killer.
And that's just unfortunate. Jesse Hiss really wanting to get that football upfield. In a case like that, you got to learn to take what's given you, which wasn't much. Tried to make a little bit too much happen. Marcus Hill comes in late and just takes the football away. Really big play for this Eudora defense after earlier in this quarter failing to convert on 4th down near midfield.
At some point, you have to realize that you just need to go down and not cause further damage. Now,